welcome everybody to this installment of Live Your Dream Monday. Today, I have special guest dreamer with us from Share Your Dream Friday, the creator of Inspiraction, the one, the only, the great Avram Gonzales. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Ed. Thanks for having me tonight, man.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's been a few months. I think you were either the third or the fourth person on Share Your Dream Friday. Number three.
Number three.
Wow.
I think that was back in July.
Yeah, July. Wow. It's been a few months since
Yeah.
you've been on Share Your Dream Friday. So what's been going on in your life since then? How have you been living your dreams, my friend?
Well, Ed, there's been a little, up and down going on in life. Things haven't actually been going like amazing. Well, until recently. Like we were just talking earlier before our call, and I went down to Argentina and went down to Buenos Aires, and that really changed my life. Sounds corny, sounds cheesy, but it really changed my life. There were a couple of months there in between the last time that you and I talked that, things weren't going especially well. I kind of lost track of what I was doing, kind of lost my consciousness a bit, lost my way. I ended up, going from thinking so much out and thinking so much about other people and having big dreams to really getting bogged down and just I lost track. I lost track of what I was doing for a quick minute, just thinking too much about me, honestly, and but that's good though, because now I'm able to look back and be like, well, that's how things were. That's not how things are. So it's been good to grow from that. That's been my favorite part about the major dip that I kind of went through in between that then and now.
Yeah. Well, we all have those dips and valleys and bumps and things in our lives.
Yeah.
The hills and valleys of life.
Yes.
I was told once that life goes like this, up and down and up and down and up and down, not like this in a straight line.
Uh-huh.
And it's comparable to a heart monitor. In a heart monitor, your heart's going like this.
Hey, it's
If
a good
it's
one.
flat like this, you're done. So life is going to do that to you to keep you going, keep your heart pumping and keep you living.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because I think without it, it just wouldn't give you any definition to the things that you get the chance to experience.
Yeah.
So I mean, I learned a lot through it, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting lately, and again, like kind of goes back to like what you and I were talking about just before we're having this conversation. I love what you've built with the Dream Friday and Live Your Dream Monday whole thing, because it brings so many people together. And like one of the things that I admire most about your project is that it has nothing to do with like the individual necessarily as much as it has to do with everybody else.
Hmm.
And that's like I think probably my biggest lesson from like what I went through like, the past couple months was things got bad when I only thought about me, and it was like, dude, come on, you know this. You know this. Why are you doing this? And it was just, an interesting cycle to end up having to break. But, man, so much insight from that. Like, I'm taking that forward into the new year, definitely, in sharing my dreams and stuff. I think when I shared my dream with you and everybody else, it was all about, I think, what was the term that I used? I wanted to be the social media of Gandhi. I want to.
Yeah. The Gandhi of social media.
Totally, totally. And the one thing that I realized is, man, and I think I did say it back then, and I guess I just didn't listen to myself. And that was, it's not going to be me. It's going to be everyone else and all of us, And so, back to that thing. I think this year I really, really want to make it all about everyone else because that is what makes me a lot happier. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I get it. It was cool. It's been incredible.
Awesome. Well, glad to see you come through on the other side,
Yes.
and to learn some good things from it.
Absolutely.
We all do if we choose to. So that's
Mhm.
fantastic. So give us a couple of things that you do, I don't know, on a daily basis or weekly basis to help you keep moving forward towards your dreams? Like to help keep them in line, do you have dream boards or vision boards or rituals, or like what kind of things do you do to help you keep on track?
I drink my mate. It's a connection to the spiritual soul. No, not quite. That's just a new thing. But here's my vision board. Let's see. Yeah,
Wow.
it's only been a few changes recently. I'm ready to mix things up for the new year. But honestly, another one of the correlations that I made through this interesting rocky time that I was having was that my whole goal this year was to just absolutely crush it with Inspiraction and do something brand new every single day that I've never done before. And one of the things that really does get me going is actually doing those new things. There was some time where I wasn't doing the videos, I wasn't doing this, doing that, and I talked to a good friend of mine, and he talked to me about love languages. And I don't know if you ever heard about that, or I'm sorry, love strategies. He goes, Avram, your love strategy is pretty big, And he goes, how have you been feeling since you haven't been doing videos and stuff? And I was like, whoa. And so since then I had that conversation back in October, I think towards the end of October, and that's when I started kind of jumping back on the horse and really seeking out more of those things and just not being lazy. I even though I wasn't feeling good, so I would just kind of hang out, and how is that going to make you feel any better? So one of the things that I always do now is I try to make the most of my day.
Yeah.
If I'm seeing myself starting to go through my day and not really accomplishing much, it's time for me to get on the board right here, my whiteboard.
Yeah.
And start writing stuff down and knock stuff out. I've never been a big person to plan exactly, but one thing that does help me immensely is at least find a few things that are really important that I need to do that day. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I always think about, and one of the things that I try to do every day is chop wood, carry water. About chop wood, carry water, right? Yeah, such a good one. And so deep, too, because I feel like even though, at some points I feel like I have a good grasp or good understanding of it, it's one of those things that you just continue to work through. And so just
for sure.
Clearing all the crap, clearing all the clutter. If you got to go get your oil changed or something like that, you need to do it, because if you don't, your engine's going to break and things are going to go kaput, and that just goes with everything else.
It sure does. It sure does. You got to take care of the machine inside of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think of that the thing on the airplane, the masks on the airplane, where they always say, put it on yourself first before you help anyone else.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing with your life. You got to take care of yourself. And even if it's just for 15 minutes a day, take care of yourself first. Get yourself ready. And then you have the rest of the day to take care of everyone else.
Yeah.
It's not a selfish thing.
No.
A lot of people think that's selfish. It's like, well, no. You're actually being selfish if you don't take care of yourself enough to be able to take care of anyone else.
It's a necessity.
It is.
We all gotta eat, So I totally agree with that, and that used to be one of the things that I kind of struggled with too. Is am I being really selfish thinking this way? And I just realized some of the most loving people in the world love themselves more than anything else. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's some people confuse that with arrogance and whatnot, but that's perception.
Yeah. Well, I say you can't give away something that you don't already have.
Yeah.
So if you don't already have love for yourself, you can't give love to anybody else. If you don't have confidence in yourself, you can't give it to somebody else. And it works the other way too. If you want confidence in yourself, give it to somebody else. Build up their confidence. It comes right back to you. It's an interesting cycle of how that works.
That's a good one.
It helps you in your life.
Thanks for that. I like that. I hope everybody else enjoys that too.
Yeah. It can be simplified to this. What you give away, you get to keep.
That's true. That's a hard one, but it's true. Yeah. That's something I think we all need to work a little bit more on.
Yeah. Awesome. So you've had some obstacles along the way, few struggles. You're coming out of it. Lots of great things happening. What? It's getting near the end of 2010. I can't believe it's been like a decade already since the Y2K, when the world was supposed to end and computers were going to bomb, and here we are using technology to its fullest to connect with people around the world. It's I think 10 years have passed and things are still going. So
Yeah.
what do you have planned for your 2011? You want to share a couple little secrets or things that you got going on with anybody?
Ooh, I could definitely do that. Well, I'm looking at finishing up my graduate program at school, my master's program for business, and so with that, I've gotten a lot of pressure to go join corporate America, and that might be something that I would consider doing to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I just really want to get my business and my thing getting up and going. I enjoy doing my own thing. I'm a pretty free spirit, and
Yeah.
so my biggest hope is to get my business like really rolling before I'm out in June. That's one of the big goals for 2011 is just to do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Really, just because that would just be such a big thing for me to accomplish. But then beyond that, I want to take a greater spiritual path. Really,
Yeah.
I think one of the things I really realized this year was that it starts with the spirit, and you can chase your finances, you can chase your own business, and that's not going to really solve anything for you in most ways. And so, I want to take more time to develop what I've got going on, and then spend more time with other people. To be honest, my project this year with Inspiraction did become a chore towards the end. It was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm tired of filming this. I just want to do it. I
Yeah.
just want to do it, and I still want to share with people, but, like I said, I want to make it more. I want to make it more about other people, and so I am inviting everybody. This will be the first time. I haven't actually told anybody this. I've just been kind of mulling it over for the past few weeks, but I want to invite everybody into the Inspiration Challenge. And that is just to try new things because they will expand your consciousness. No matter how small they are,
Hmm.
new things will always stretch your thinking. And you never know, like, well, I met a lot of people this year I don't think I would have met if I never took the Inspiration Challenge, And so those are the big things for 2011. I just want to grow this world and really spend more quality time connecting with people.
Hmm.
Because when I wasn't and when I was struggling to do that, that's when I was struggling.
Yeah.
Other people definitely make life interesting. They make it worth living. They bring a lot of meaning to it. So that's my big focus for 2011 is get my shit together, and then really connect with people even more so. I feel like in some ways I didn't do a good enough job this year, but it's always next year.
Oh, you did a fantastic job, man. You inspired people more than you probably know.
That's good.
Uh,
Thanks. I like
uh,
that. It's good to hear.
it'll be cool to see people sharing their things that they do on Inspiration in the next year.
That's what I want to see.
And you showcasing people sharing what they're doing and getting out of their comfort zone and living their life, being who they're born to be.
Yes, yes. And honestly, man, you were the one to inspire me to do this because when you invited me, like to do this with you about a week and
Yeah,
I don't know what was that, a week and a half ago maybe.
something like
Um,
that.
yeah, I just really started thinking about what you've been doing, and I was just, and I've been watching you do it for such a long time now, and like that inspires me too. Like what you got going on with this whole thing is amazing, and yeah, I'm taking a page from your book because I think it's truly beautiful.
Hmm. Thanks, my friend.
You're very
Glad to
welcome.
inspire. Glad
That's
to
right.
inspire.
Inspiring
Awesome.
others inspires me. It's good stuff.
Awesome. Well, it's all about making connections, building networks, building relationships. That's what business, life, social media, that's what everything's about. How can you help people help themselves. And if you help enough people get what they want, then you'll be well taken care of. So.
Spoken like Gandhi, the greatest servant leader of all time.
Yes, he is a great inspiration of mine as well, and one mentor of mine.
Yeah.
So
Man,
awesome.
the movie with Ben Kingsley absolutely changed my life when I watched it. So
Well, I haven't
all
watched
throughout their
it.
internet land, if you haven't seen Gandhi with Ben Kingsley, do it
I
now.
think I'm gonna have to look it up because I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, really? See, I'd heard only parts of the history of what he'd done, what he'd accomplished, and then I watched the movie, and it really put it all into my mind. We actually watched it in school for a leadership class, ethics and leadership, and yeah, that's definitely my biggest inspiration. I guess it was last time we talked.
Cool. Well, I never made it to business school. I studied in the land of technology, engineering, computers, programming, all that great stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I then ended up starting a business. So I tell people I got the MBA of real life.
You do.
You want to know the best way to get an MBA? Go out there and start a business and watch what happens.
Seriously. You know, there are times when I sit here and you know, there have been times when I'm like, what am I doing in school? I don't need to be in school. But then I sit back and realize, you know, the kind of journey that it's taken me on and the other people I've met, and you're like, okay, like I understand why I'm here. But yeah, there have been times when I do wonder.
For sure. We all have that. We all have that. Awesome. It's been a real pleasure having the time to speak with you and catch up with you and put this together to share with other people as well.
Absolutely.
So I have one last question I've been asking everybody
Uh-huh.
who's been on Live Your Dream Monday, saying there's people watching here that have been watching Share Your Dream Friday. We just had the 25th week of Share Your Dream Friday last week, and kicking. The momentum's building for 2011. Who knows what new things are going to come? I got a few things in store that both Julie and I have been working on and ready to share with the community. So be ready for that in 2011. But what I want to ask you is if there's people that have been watching and looking around and thinking about wanting to share their dream on Share Your Dream Friday, but maybe they're on the fence, what would you suggest to them from your experience of doing it or from what you've seen in the community and what we're doing here that would help them to make a decision to get started and step up and come speak their dream?
I got it. Do things that scare you. Dude, that's what my year has been all about, is pushing the comfort zone, jumping out, doing things that you're uncomfortable with. Even if it's the smallest, slightest bit. You know, if it's the smallest, slightest bit, you grow about this much. If you do something that's way out of your comfort zone, you can only expect greatness. It doesn't even matter if it absolutely explodes, you know, in your mind, if everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
That itself is an amazing gift to have, is that experience. And, you know, if sharing your dream is something that you've been on the fence about and maybe been scared to do, that's telling you that there's a part of you that is desperately wanting to grow.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Get out there and share your dreams, because when you put it out there, the universe is like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so is everybody else. And then if you share it, then other people know too. And people come out of the woodwork and they're ready to help you. People like Ed. Everybody else that shares dreams. You're very welcome.
Thanks, my friend. It's been a great blessing to have the opportunity to work with people like yourself and all the people that have shared their dream on Share Their Dream Friday, and watch the things that happen in their life. It's so amazing. And to get a chance to meet again like this and share what's going on and things that are coming next.
That's right.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on Live Your Dream Monday there, Avram. If people are watching here, make sure you look up Inspiraction, Google it, Facebook it, You'll find it somewhere.
You will definitely find it.
Google or YouTube, it's everywhere.
All that stuff.
And watch for the great things that Avram's got going on in 2011. So that's it for this edition of Live Your Dream Monday. If you want to participate in Share Your Dream Friday, get off the fence. Just do it. Face your fears. There's a little box down below here, somewhere down here. You can type in your name and your email and send me a message. We'll get a call going like this, and we'll get to know each other, and we'll get you hosted on Share Your Dream Friday and put your dreams out there for the rest of the world to hear.
It's cool stuff.
Keep living your dreams, man. Thanks again, Avram. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Ed.
You guys, thanks again for this edition of Live Your Dream Monday. We'll talk to you soon. Take care, and God bless you all. Cheers, man. Salute to you, buddy.
Air 5, boom. I don't even know.
Man.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.